Here's what I mean when I mean not presentable. Anyways, here's your girl Leslie, and welcome to my channel.
Come with me, and you'll be
So hey guys, so I've been posting in 1 or 2 days. Actually, the whole couple days has kind of been delayed for me. I'm still in Houston, Texas with, family and whatnot, but I'm not able to go officially home because there's a storm coming through, and I probably won't be able to go home till next week on Tuesday, and I already missed 3 days of school. But I tried to do most of the work as much as I could, but yeah, I don't know, man. It's just, yeah, I might be missing a lot of days of school. Also, here's the thing I have recently drawn. Here's the book. I got this from Five Below. Can you believe it? This is from Five Below. Also, for you Five Belowers, Five Below has been selling clothes and shoes and more things that are now more affordable. And I've recently got a shirt and a pair of pants. Both $5. Still love them though. They're amazing. Soft and nice. Still couldn't find a blanket though.
Fluffy blanket, floofy blanket, fluffy blanket, floofy blanket.
Anyways, this is the thing I recently drawn. It's a recent drawing. I haven't drawn it forever, but this lady right here has a skin disorder. I forgot what it's called. It's not a horrible thing, but basically skin pigmentation mixing up. If you were black, there would be some pink or white spots on you, kind of like a cow spots. That'd be super adorable and super cute. That's what she has. And what's behind her? I don't know. I've been reading a lot of Venom / Carnage fanfics lately because I watched the movie Venom. So no one needs to know. But yeah, that's the most recent thing I've drawn because why not? I especially love the curls because I just went circle, circle, circle all around and just eventually made it to that. So yeah. I use these pens as well. You can also get these at Five Below. They already have ink with them. Big, thick ink. And then you get these as well. There's other pens, of course, but I already have those. Look at that. Beautiful. This is what I drawed with. This pen. Absolutely in love. No cap. Love. Anyway, today we're reading Yandere Puppeteer X Reader, and came to find out when I actually fully pressed into it, because I didn't see that ... It's actually Yandere Puppeteer X Reader X Yandere Jason the Toy Maker, which there has been this commenter that really wanted me to read Jason the Toy Maker love story, which I will soon. I promise. Just be patient, my darling. Just be patient, please. It's not like you're impatient, but still just in case. But yeah, I will find a story soon, or unless you have a story. But I will find a story soon enough, and I might or might not be starting a new story. Maybe not. I'm not sure. I'm still deciding. It's type of Carnage X Reader story because they're all interesting and they did a really good job, and it should be out there. Not that I totally still I would just want to put you through my suffering with me, huh? It's okay, I'll suffer with me in the group poster anyway. But anyway, let's get straight into the story while I drink my orange juice. Also, before we get started, do you like my llamas? I got a llama thing from a 99-cent store, and I absolutely love it because llamas. Anyways, look for real. Let's get started. Guys, you're here! Yay! Well, let's get fully and officially started with the story. And Even though this does have Jason the Toy Maker, I'm still gonna have a separate, because I'm pretty sure, like, because last time I checked in this, there's no yandere Jason the Toy Maker in this, so I might have to look in another story to kind of complete this and pretend it was part of this. It's good. It's gonna be a little confusing, but you know what? We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Anyways, let's get into this. Okay. Your point of view. I moved into a new town 2 days ago. It was quite beautiful. It was night and I was going for a walk. I looked at my phone. 11:47 p.m. I had been walking for so long and I went pretty far away from home. It was no problem, actually. That's when I felt something wet drop on my forehead. Then, I felt the same thing fall on my hand. I looked at the sky. It was starting to rain. Oh no. And I haven't even got any umbrella with me. The rain started to grow heavy. Too heavy. I had to find a place to get inside quick. I looked around me to find somewhere to stay until the rain stopped. I noticed something like a small house or something inside a forest, which wasn't too far. The lights were on. I hope they'll give me an umbrella. I started to make my way toward the small house. There was a sign that said something that I couldn't see outside the house, but I ignored it. I knocked the door, but that's when I noticed that it wasn't locked. I slowly opened it and gasped. There were toys. So many toys and dolls, and there were even many tools. I closed the door behind me and looked around. I found a beautiful doll. It had pale skin, dark brown hair, blue eyes, and a pink dress. I wasn't much of a fan of dolls, but it was very beautifully made. Is this a toy shop or anything? I looked around me and found some doors. One of the doors was halfway opened, and I could see more lights. I slowly approached and knocked on the door. Come in, I heard a man's gentle voice. I bit my lip and slowly opened the door and stepped inside. It was another room full of dolls, and there stood a very tall man with a weird appearance. It was another room of dolls, and there stood a very tall man with a weird appearance, but not in a bad way. He had a long, slender body and fingers. Oh, hello there, young lady. I didn't expect a guest, the man said in a gentle yet happy tone. Oh, hello. I'm sorry for coming in here all of a sudden. Am I interrupting your work? No. It's alright. No. It's alright. It's actually nice to see someone. Come closer. I won't bite. He smiled. I had to admit, he looked very cute and handsome. I smiled back shyly and approached. Did you make all those toys? He smiled proudly and looked at his toys. Ah, yes. You see, I'm a toy maker. Creating toys is an amazing thing to do. This is what I do almost all day. I smiled at his response. It's nice to know that people love what they do. I see. You know, no one is daring to step inside here. What made you want to come inside? He looked at me in curiosity. But why? He stared at me for a moment, not doing anything. Then his eyes returned to the toy he was making. Are you new here? Yeah, actually, I moved here 2 days ago. 2 days ago. Oh, I forgot. You see, my house is pretty far, and it started raining, and I had no umbrella with me. Do you have any umbrellas by chance? He gave an apologetic smile. I'm afraid not, but you can stay here for as long as you wish. Really? Thank you. He smiled sweetly at me. You're welcome. My name is Jason. By the way, Jason the toy maker. He offered me his slender hand for a shake. I smiled and took it with my smaller hand. YNNN. Some time passed, yet the rain was still heavy. We got to know each other. He even showed me how he was making his toys, and he even helped me to make a small toy. It was a cute little mouse. I smiled and have it to him. I smiled. I don't even know what they're trying to say here. Oh God. I smiled and have it to him. This is for you. Oh, handed it to him. Whoopsie. I smiled and handed it to him. This is for you, as a thanks. He blushed a bit and took it. Thank you, YN. He stared at it for what felt like forever. Jason, is something wrong? Do you not like it? It's not that. I love it. It's just... He smiled. This little mouse reminds me of you. It's small and adorable. I blushed. Did he just call me small and adorable? He noticed my expression and laughed. You are a fun girl to hang out with, YN. Do you want to be my friend? I smiled. I'd love to. He smiled and pulled me to a hug, which I returned. He was actually a sweet guy, no matter how strange he looks. Now we can be together forever and ever, my sweet little mouse. Jason? Yes? Nothing. Looks like the rain stopped, so I better get going now. His grip tightened around me. Jason, what's wrong? Will you come back? What are you talking about? Of course I will. We're friends after all. Of course you will. He smiled and let go of me. I smiled back at him a bit. Thank you for your company. It really meant a lot. Next time, I'll make sure to offer you some tea as well. I smiled. Thank you, Jason. It was a fun day today. I'll see you tomorrow. I waved at him goodbye and left. Little did I know, he followed me all the way home. Today was another sunny day. The ground was still wet from last night. But the weather was nice. I decided to go and buy some groceries since I didn't have any. I walked out from the market and started my way home until I noticed something on a dark corner. It looked like as there was a yellow glowing mouth and eyes smiling at me. I shook my head and looked at the corner again, but there was nothing. Weird. I continued walking home again, faster this time. I was sitting at home, chilling, and being lost in thoughts. Suddenly, I remembered Jason. I smiled to myself. Jason. Oh wait, I said I would visit him today. I jumped off my bed/couch and ran to get ready. When I knocked the door, seconds later, it opened to reveal a very happy Jason. We smiled at each other. YN, you're here! Come inside! I went inside. I smiled at the dolls I've seen yesterday. You miss them? I smiled. Yeah. Actually, I have something interesting to show you. Follow me. I'll offer you some tea so we can talk. He spoke gently. I followed him to the room he was making the toy yesterday. There was a nice-looking table, 2 chairs, and 2 cups of tea. He yelled the chair for me to sit just like a gentleman, and he sat in front of me. I'm glad you kept your promise and didn't leave me. I looked at him. Why are you saying that? No reason. He looked suspicious, but I shrugged it off as I heavily took a sip of my drink. Jason, are you living here all by yourself? I mean, no siblings? No, I'm not alone. I'm happy. I have my toys and my dolls. Plus, I have you, he said, giving a smile. Poor guy. I felt bad for him, living all by himself. But at the same time, happy to know that he doesn't feel alone with his creations. But I smiled anyway. Oh, alright. What did you want to show me? Right. Well, yesterday I couldn't sleep, so I made a new doll. He grabbed something and showed it to me. I gasped. It was me! The doll's hair was exactly the same height and color as mine. Her eyes were my eye color beads, and she was wearing my favorite set of clothes. She even had a smile on her face. I blushed and smiled. You made me? Yes, my dear. I kept thinking about you and made this doll, so I couldn't stare at her so I could stare at her and think of you. That made me blush even more. Okay, that was a little creepy, but he doesn't mean it to sound creepy, so I smiled shyly. You have such a great talent. I wish I could be like you. Now it was his turn to blush. He chuckled. Well, I can teach you, so you wouldn't be YNNN. You could be YN the toy maker. How does that sound? I giggled. Is there a bathroom? And if there is, may I go? Yes, there is. You'll head forward, then when you get out of this room. Then you'll turn up on the left, and there's a light blue door. It's okay, I understand. Suck at explaining too. Drink break. Okay. Alright, thank you. I headed where he was telling me. That's when I smelled something awful and strange. Oh my god. My throat feels so dry. I followed the smell, which dragged me to a black door. I slowly opened it and gasped loudly and covered my mouth. It looked like a torturing room. There was blood, dead humans, rotten meat, and anything you could imagine. I felt myself shake and step behind when I bumped into something. I gasped and turned to see Jason. He had a dangerous look on his eyes. His eyes were glowing green. He grabbed my wrist and pinned me against a wall. Bad little girl. Haven't your mommy taught you that it's rude to run around someone's privacy? I startled, gasping in fear what he was going to do to me. He smirked at my form. I felt so helpless. Tears were threatening to fall. Jason, what is going on in there? He chuckled deeply. What I used to create those wonderful dolls you liked. You weren't meant to see that. Yet, you did behind my back. And I thought I could trust you. He faked a sad tone. He saw my tears and licked my cheeks. Why are you crying? Did you get scared of what you saw? Aww. That's why you mustn't open doors you have no idea what's inside. Are you gonna kill me? Kill you? Kill me? Kill you? My, what a cruel thing to do to such an innocent little woman like you, he said in a dramatic tone. He then smirked darkly and went closer to me. But if this little woman is being disobedient, she'll need to get punished. But you don't want to get punished, do you? I shook my head. He chuckled. That's what I thought. Since you are new here to this place and don't know any rules, I'll spare you for now. The sun felt a sudden relief inside of me. But, he leaned closer, you'll stay here with me forever and ever. You won't leave me. I froze at his words. I was scared to imagine this forever with him. He then grabbed me by my waist and pulled me close to him, his other hand pushing my head on his chest. Darling, I really love you. You are so beautiful and special. He leaned closer. He leaned closer to me. but I got the chance to kick him where the sun don't shine. He groaned and fell to the floor. I got the opportunity to run. Wyan, come back here. I gasped and kept running faster until I reached the door. I pushed it open and started running as fast as I could, not daring to look behind me. It was dark, but that didn't stop me. That's when I tripped and fell. I groaned and tried to get up, but my legs were aching badly. I looked up and my eyes widened. It was a man dressed in gray/black, and his eyes and mouth were yellow. He was right in front of me, smiling at me, but not a happy smile. He knelt down on my level and offered me his hand. Come with me. I'll protect you. I wasn't sure if I should trust this guy, but I quickly took his hand, fearing that if I rejected his offer, Jason would catch me, and then I don't want to imagine what he would do to me. His other hand grabbed me by my waist and helped me get up. My body was against his, supporting me from falling while my other hand was holding onto his shoulder. You! Get your hands off of my woman! I looked in fear at Jason, who was about 5 meters away from us. He was horrifying. I was afraid to even think what I was under his grip. Your woman? She doesn't seem to agree with it. Look at her. The man in the dark clothes said calmly, with that creepy smile of his. Jason looked at me. I looked on the ground with fear, trying to avoid his gaze. He growled, Enough! She is mine, and I'll make sure to teach her how to accept that. I shivered. The man noticed that and pulled me closer to him. If you don't give her to me, I'll make sure to kill you slow and painfully, Jason threatened. I don't think it's necessary for her to watch anything, the man said, as I felt some kind of yellow strings wrap around my body. I felt sudden pain and screamed. Stop it. YN was the last thing I heard before everything got black. Okay, I know I read that weirdly, but my throat is dry, and if I continue talking, it just sounds I sound like an old lady. YN, wake up. I groaned a bit, feeling extremely tired and confused. I didn't know what happened or where I was. I slowly opened my eyes to find myself in a black room or something. I looked around and noticed that I wasn't stepping on the ground. In fact, I was in the air, my whole body being held by yellow strings. The man in dark was floating in front of me. I didn't know what to ask first. Where am I? Who are you? Why did you save me? I decided to ask the most important, in my opinion. Who are you? They call me the puppeteer. I just stared at him. You're probably confused why I brought you here. But why? Why did you save me? That doesn't matter, he answered blankly. Oh yes, it did matter though. Anyway, I had to finish what Jason started. If you excuse me, I'll leave you alone for some time. Don't worry. I'll be back as soon as possible. Now, be a good girl and don't cause trouble. His voice echoed as he exited the room. I just stared at the ground and thought about what my life had become. I just moved here, made a friend that killed people to make dolls. He was about to do, oh God knows what to me, and then this weird guy saved me, and here I am, trapped in a dark room with some kind of glowing strings wrapped around me and keeping me in the air. Wonderful. I groaned and tried to break free from the strings, but sighed in defeat. Now what am I supposed to do? About 3 minutes later, I heard someone's footsteps running and echoing. The footsteps ran closer and closer. Now stop it. Get off. Remy, you interrupting the story. I love you, but don't be a butthole. But get your booty to your back to your bed. You know where to go. You know where to go. Move it. Move to your bed. Move to your bed, and you got 3 toys there, and you can't go and stay in bed. I get it. I'll be with you in a minute. I promise. Okay, I'm sorry. Continuing. About 3 minutes later, I heard someone's footsteps running and echoing. The footsteps ran closer and closer, and the door broke open and my eyes widened. I saw a girl around my age. She had dark brown hair which seemed like black inside the darkness. Her eyes were the same color with her hair. She wore a black shirt, black leggings, black shoes, and black gloves. I also could see her holding a knife. Her eyes widened as she saw me in the air and stared at me. "Please, help me. I'm stuck. I said. "Who are you?" she asked, ignoring my question. "I'm YN. Don't ask how this happened. I just need help as soon as possible. Please. Quick." I skipped something. She ran towards me. Luckily, I wasn't too high so she could reach the strings. She started cutting the string with the knife. "Quick!" I cried. "Quiet! They are not the easiest thing to cut." What the hell are those anyway? If I told you that a man in black with yellow glowing eyes and mouth tied me here after he rescued me by a crazy doll maker who killed people to make dolls, would you believe me? She suddenly stopped. She continued cutting without giving me any reply. When she finished, I fell to the ground. She gave me her hand and helped me get up and dragged me out of there as well, started running. Name's Sarah, by the way. "Nice to meet you, Sarah. Now let's get out of here as soon as possible before they find me." We reached it to a deadlock. There was a wall, and she climbed up there and offered me her hand to climb. I was about to take her hand until... "Wait!" We heard a male's voice, and turned our heads to see a boy with dark brown hair, eyes gray, and he wore a gray t-shirt with some black jeans. "Don't trust her. Stay away from her," the boy yelled at me. I turned to see Sarah, who was still giving me her hand. She had a worried look on her face. "Don't listen to him. Come quick, please. He doesn't understand." She sounded like she was about to cry. I could tell from her shaky voice. Listen, you come here. She's a murderer." "I'm not a murderer," Sarah yelled. "You are not safe with her. I'm telling the truth." "Ryan, please, don't listen to him. He doesn't understand," Sarah cried and looked at me inside the eyes. "She's going to kill you just like she did to the others. Don't trust her. Don't let her fool you." Sarah looked innocent and cried for me to come with her. I wanted to go with her. I would be stuck in strings if she never came for me. I would go with her, but this guy is telling me not to. He said that she was a murderer. I mean, she did have a knife, but I wasn't sure if I should trust him. He was a stranger after all. I mean, Sarah is a stranger as well, but she did save me. I want to make it up for her, but what that boy said, is he trying to mess with me so I'll come with him, or is he saying the truth? Is he after her? Or, most importantly, should I really trust Sarah? What would y'all do? Trust Sarah, don't trust Sarah, or trust no one? Now we gonna do what we did last time before the Smile Dog story. And I want y'all to tell me if y'all would trust Sarah or don't trust Sarah, don't trust any. Which one would y'all choose? Please tell me in the comments. I don't know which one I would choose, but when I read this, I might or might not find out which one I want to choose, because I can tell it's probably going to be kind of hard. And maybe one of the choices would be easy to just be like, no heart with a heart-shaped face. So, yeah. Let's get into this. This one right here is trust Sarah. I have to trust her. She's my only hope. This boy's trying to mess with me. If I don't come with her, Jason or the puppeteer may find me. But something tells me that she can help me hide. Yes, she is a stranger, but look at her. She looks so worried, probably has many problems surrounding her. She helped me, so it's my turn to save her. I took her hands, and I saw a light of hope in her eyes. She pulled me up. Wait, don't listen to her. She'll kill you. She's a murderer. Please, you'll die. Sarah glared at him and looked at me. Let's go, YN. I nodded and followed back at her, ignoring the boy's warnings. It had been around an hour, and we just arrived at her house. It was very creepy and dark, actually. She had a car and drove it all the way here with me. I was so thankful to her, so I made the right choice. This is your house? Yeah, I know. You'll think we're freaks or something. We're just poor, you know. My parents died, and I only live here with my 9 siblings. My eyes widened. You have 9 siblings? Yeah, I have 6 little brothers and 3 sisters. They're so sweet. I love them. Pablo was the youngest of all, but he didn't make it. She looked on the ground with a sad look on her face. I gave a sad face and patted her back in comfort. I'm sorry. It's alright. He's in a better place now. You see, I take care of them. I'm like a mother to them. We may be poor, but I managed to find food and clothes for them. Anyway, let's go inside. She started walking towards the house with me following. I had many questions, but decided not to answer them. We entered the house only to be greeted by 9 little kids who hugged her happily. Sissy, you're back! Hi, Sarah! Finally, you're here! Hi! I'm hungry! I miss you! Sarah, I pulled my hair. You're late. Sarah laughed. It's nice to see you guys as well. I want you to meet my new friend, YN. She's a very kind and sweet person. So please, welcome them. Oh my god, I realized the pronouns are messed up as hell. All the kids looked at me in curiosity and happiness. So pretty. Not. Oh my god. Messed up. Dry throat. I need more orange juices. So pretty. Not as pretty as Sarah. Hello. Welcome. Is she food? Wanna play with me? Another girl. Nice name. Hi. I couldn't help but smile at their comments. They were so cute. I can't believe Sarah has to take care of all these cuties. Sarah placed her hand on her shoulder. YN, I want you to meet Petra, Harry, Ryan, Jessica, Veronica, Nick, Chris, Otis, and Kyle. I smiled and waved at her little brothers and sisters. Nice to meet you all. Sarah, I'm hungry. Nick complained. Sarah chuckled. Alright, time for food then. We all sat at the table as Sarah offered us some food. There was spaghetti with meatballs and some salad with lettuce and some cheese and carrots. The kids would eat, fight, and do childish things. It was adorable. You know, we may be poor, but I'm trying my best to make my family happy and keep them healthy. My eyes looked at Sarah, who had a sad smile. It's so hard to find food. It's hard to take care of them, but I never give up. Our food is running out. She then smiled. But don't worry, I brought some more with me. She brought some more food? but I don't remember seeing her holding any bag of food or anything. Oh well. Hey Sarah, if you don't mind me asking, what was happening between you and that boy? Why was he calling you a murderer? I whispered to her to make sure that her siblings wouldn't hear. She pulled away the fork and meat away from her mouth and closed her mouth. He doesn't understand, YN. Understand what? She gave a loud sigh. How about we change the subject? Okay, sure. I'm sorry. It's alright, YN. We all ate our food and left the kids to play while I helped Sarah clean the table and start washing the dishes. Hey, Sarah? Yes, YN? Why did you save me back there? What did you mean? Who would leave someone up there in a situation like yours? You needed help. I chuckled. Yeah. What a stupid question I asked. But thank you anyway. She smiled at me. Anytime. That's when I felt dizzy and needed to vomit. She noticed my expression and became worried. YN, are you feeling alright? I covered my mouth. She understood what was wrong with me and helped me to the bathroom. After I was done visiting, I washed my face. She had a guilty and sad look on her face. I'm so sorry. Maybe it was the food I made. Yeah, it was surely the food she made, because the meatball tasted weird, but I only ate them so I wouldn't offend her. It's alright. Maybe it was just something from the car ride. Maybe. It doesn't matter now. Come on, you should rest. I prepared a bed for you. She helped me and led me to a room and helped me lay down. It wasn't very clean, but it was soft and comfortable. Thank you, Sarah. See you tomorrow. I smiled weakly at her. Yeah. See you tomorrow. And with that, she quickly left and closed the door, leaving me to sleep in peace. So many things had happened. I couldn't even sit to think what happened to me. I wasn't laying in the bed Sarah made for me. I opened my eyes and froze. I was in a room full of blood, rotten human meat, and bones, just like what I saw in Jason's store. I heard somebody coming towards me. I wished it wouldn't be Jason. I wished that it would be Sarah, coming to rescue me. Be careful what you wish for. It wasn't Jason. It was Sarah. Oh, you're awake, she said with a guilty look. What the hell's happening? Why was there a room like that here? Why is she holding a butcher knife? I wanted to scream and yell, but that's when I noticed that there was tape on my mouth. Oh, sorry. All these things probably scared you, huh? And sorry for covering your mouth with tape, but the kids are sleeping. You don't want to wake them up, right? I had felt tears on my eyes. She looked sad and wiped them off with a bloody glove. When you asked me why he was calling me a murderer, I didn't want to let you know that I kill people for food. We can't find food easily, that's why I kill people. So I can feed my family. My siblings love human meat. I panicked and tried to break free. I could see tears rolling down on her eyes as her hands started shaking. We're hungry, YN. We're hungry, YN. We're dying. I don't want them to die. They're only the thing I have left. Please. She was sick, feeding her siblings human meat? You're an amazing friend, YN, and I'll make sure your death will be quick and painless. So that way you won't have to suffer. Don't worry, you'll be in a better place. I shook my head violently and cried. You don't understand. She raises a knife and dead. So, first thing first, you literally died. Wow. Cannibalism. Ooh. Ah. Damn. God, man. Woo. I get it, eat the rich, but I don't think she was rich. Continuing. Now this is the other choice. Don't trust Sarah. Remember, leave your choices in the comments, please. No, I shouldn't trust her. She doesn't look very innocent at all. There was something off about her. The knife. Everything. Plus that boy seems like a normal person to me. He doesn't seem dangerous. For some reason, even if I don't know him, I'll have to trust him. I'm sorry, Sarah. Her eyes widen. Wait. No, Wyan, please come back. I need you. She cried, but never chased behind me. I turned my back at her and walked towards the boy. He gave a huge sigh of relief and smiled at me. You made the right choice. Let's leave. I followed him, ignoring Sarah's cries. I told him my location, and he started driving me home. It wasn't far away, though it had to be around 10 minutes since he started driving. Name's Tom. Wyan. Nice to meet you. He smiled at me. You are very lucky, Wyan. She would have killed you. I gave him a look. You see, she used to be my girlfriend. She was sweet and nice and told me how poor she was and that she lived with 8 siblings and that she had to take care of. I offered her food and many things until I caught her killing someone. I don't know why she killed him, but I broke up with her and tried to call the police, but she had already run away. Oh, was all I could say. I was feeling so lucky and proud of myself that I didn't go with her. And what about you? How did you end up here? Well, you see, watch out! That's when a car hit something and bang! I hit my head hard against something before passing out. My eyes were still closed, but I could hear flames, smell fire, and my whole body was in pain. I had nothing in mind, and I didn't even have the courage to scream or groan in pain. I heard some footsteps towards me before someone picking me up bridal style. My, poor little mouse. How did you get yourself like that, huh? Seems like you cannot be anywhere without Jason. That's why I'm here, to protect you and keep you safe. Ugh, everything hurts. Ouch. I feel like crying. Why does my body hurt so much? But at the same time, I'm laying in something soft and comfortable. I'd never felt more beautiful in my life. I slowly opened my eyes. Everything was spinning and blurry. I felt as if I was going to fall off the bed and land on the floor, but it never happened. A few minutes later, I managed to get my vision back, looking to see toys and dolls and toys. I was laying in a nice bed, and next to me was a bedside table. It had a glass of water, bandages, and some painkillers. I gasped when I heard the door open and reveal a very happy Jason. Oh no, not again. Good morning, Wyan. How are you feeling, my dear? Everything hurts. He smiled at me and sat on my bed, looking at me while I laid. You've been out for almost 2 days. I've been taking care of your wounds all this time. My eyes widened. For how long was I out? Ouchie. I cried when I felt pain hit my head. I noticed that I had many bandages on my waist, my head, my legs, and arms. He smiled a bit and gave me the painkillers. I should change your bandages. He slowly started unwrapping the bandages off my body. I stood there in silence and let him do the work. Can I walk? Not yet. I could feel his slender hands brush the skin off of my body while he gently unwrapped the bandages. It felt kinda nice. Why did you run away in the first place? He suddenly asked. His face had a hidden emotion. I was scared. He stopped and looked at me. What? I said, I was scared. I thought you were gonna hurt me. He continued unwrapping the rest of the bandages. Why would I do that, my dear? I shrugged. He grabbed the new bandages. You are safe here, with me. You never kept your promise. You said you wouldn't leave me. But you did. You left me like the others. I looked down with a guilty look. I'm sorry. I thought you would have killed me and... You got the point. You get the point. He started wrapping the new bandages around my wounds. I could see bruises and cuts. Suddenly, my stomach growled. Jason chuckled and I blushed in embarrassment. Don't worry, I'll bring you something to eat after I'm done and bandaging the wounds. I nodded. He wrapped the last bandage on my arm and kissed it, making me blush. He chuckled in my reaction and got up. I'll bring you some food and... I'll bring you some food. Don't go anywhere. He chuckled and closed the door. Excuse me? I sighed loudly and looked at the toys around me. They were so amazing. Every kid would wish to have a toy like that. But no, I wouldn't. Not after knowing the truth hidden behind those beautiful dolls. Oh God, what happened? I slowly got up and placed my bandaged legs on the ground. I tried to stand up, but immediately fell back on the bed. I sighed. Jason came back with my favorite food. My eyes widened and I felt myself drool. He smirked. You like it? I blushed and covered my face. No. He placed the plate with food on my lap. I stared at it and slowly started eating. Jason sat next to me. I closed my eyes and felt the taste of the food center in my mouth. I was dying for a taste like that. That's when I noticed a very flustered Jason staring at me. He immediately looked away. Jason, what's wrong? I said with a mouthful. Nothing. After a few minutes of awkward silence and me done eating, I spoke. I'm going to the bathroom, I said as I got up only to fall. But before I could fall, Jason had already caught me. He gave a chuckle and I looked down in embarrassment. Well, seems like you cannot do anything without me, huh? But let me go. I can do it on my own. As you wish. He chuckled and let me go. Only for me to fall. Oof. Hey! What? You said you could do it on your own. He shrugged. Well... He stared at me with a huge smirk while I sat helplessly on the ground. He chuckled gently and picked me up. Alright. Looks like I have to do everything, huh? I crossed my arms and looked away, blushing. I hate you. While I was done in the bathroom, I opened the door and Jason picked me up again. A yawn escaped my lips. What, tired? I slowly nodded. Of course you'd be. You had a rough day. Let's go to bed. He carried me to the bedroom. As soon as he laid me on the bed, I closed my eyes. He sat next to me and played with my hair, smiling down at me. You know, it made me really sad when you left me. You didn't keep your promise. I knew you wouldn't, just like everyone else. But you've learned your lesson. I'm going to keep you forever and ever. It'll be just the two of us. It'll be nice, don't you think? A peaceful place. Just the two of us and my creations. Oh, that would be so wonderful, my little mouse. Jason's ending. Okay, let me lay down here because this is the last one and these things are long as hell. I'm not even going to be surprised that this is like an hour long. Jesus. Or else I'm just being impatient and wanting to know what y'all picked or what I would pick. But so far it's 50-50. I don't like being kept hold because that's just weird as hell. You know, whatever, let's get over with this anyway. Like, we're already like, what, 43? Yeah, this is gonna be probably an hour. Anyway, don't trust anyone. No, I cannot trust them. They are both strangers. You'll never know what secrets they may hide. Maybe they're both bad people. Sarah saved me back there, which I'm very thankful for, but that's a part of her plan. Yes, she probably tried to earn my trust and kidnap me. Or that boy. He may be... Ugh, it's not time to think. I have to get out of here as soon as possible. I turned towards a different direction and started running away from both of them. No, Wyan, no, come back, please, I need you. I can't do the saddest anymore. I'll try again. Wyan, no, come back, please, I need you. Sarah yelled at me, but I could hear the boy yelling to me to run away. Maybe that boy was good after all? But no, I wouldn't trust anyone but myself. I have to go through this on my own. I kept running and never looking behind me. I just ran and ran to nowhere. Okay, that just sounded weird. Let's just continue. Okay. I groaned when I bumped into someone and fell backwards. I looked up. You think it's easy to escape from me? You naive woman. Yellow glowing strings wrap around me. I sighed in defeat. Please, let me go. I'm tired. He just smiled more. Those tricks won't work on me, darling. That's what he said before everything would turn black. It's time for you to wake up. I slowly opened my eyes to find myself in a black room, tied up around strings. The puppeteer was floating right in front of me. Morning? I said awkwardly. He chuckled. Morning to you as well. How was your sleep? Fine, I said with a straight face. We kept staring at each other with an awkward look as well. Didn't know what to say or what to do. Well, this is awkward. I faked a laugh. Yeah, he cleared his throat before putting that evil smile on his face again. If you thought that you could easily escape from me, you are very wrong. But how did you manage to escape? That's none of your business, puppeteer. What's your real name anywhere? Doesn't feel nice calling you puppeteer. Well, I'm glad you asked. My name was Jonathan. Jonathan Blake, and I already know yours, YN. Okay, I said, still feeling awkward. Why does this have to feel awkward anyway? Anyway, I wanted to say that you impressed me. He gave a toothy grin. I gave him a confused look. You didn't trust him, which means you are at least smart to not trust anyone. Should I take that as a compliment? He let out a laugh. No, not an evil laugh. You're a funny one. I like you. I blushed a bit. Time passed as quick as a blinking of what? Oh gosh, as a blinking of an eye. Why do I mess up so badly and then just succeed in the end in a weird way, huh? Also, I just noticed that one of my lights accidentally fell, so let me quickly fix this error before we even continue, because we ain't all about that. Okay, I fixed it. Leaning back on this, like, a bed that just barely has any comfort in it. Let's continue. Time passed as quick as a blink of the eye. We didn't take notice. I was expecting him to kill me or do anything bad to me. But here we are now, talking like some old good friends and joking around. Jonathan didn't seem like a bad guy now that I think twice. He's not a good guy, but he is fun to hang around with. He still hasn't released me from those strings. He doesn't trust me yet. John, I'm tired. I want to sleep, I said exhaustingly. He chuckled. Why are you telling me? It's like I can't do anything for it. I glared at him. He chuckled once again. Fine, fine. You want to go home? My eyes widened. Really? Yeah, it's your home after all. Unless you want to stay here for the rest of your... No, I'm fine. I'll be going home. It's just... You're really letting me go? Yeah, I cannot keep you in this room forever. You humans have so many needs. But remember that you cannot escape from me. Got it? Yeah, sure. Good. The strings were tight from my body and he caught me before I could fall. Let's get you home. After a few moments, we were already in front of my house. It was late at night and I was feeling sick, tired, but so happy that I was back at home, hoping that from tomorrow I could start a normal day. He placed me on the ground. Thank you for... The time seemed to stop when Jonathan's lips met mine. He pulled away and smiled. Don't worry about Jason. No one is going to take you away from me. That was the last thing he said before disappearing into darkness. Okay, that's just funny. Anyway. Oh my god, this is so damn long. Oh my goodness, I'm surprised I even went through this. This is probably like an hour. My damn goodness. Anyways, let's go to the thoughts of me and how I look like currently at the moment, suffering with this dry throat. Ugh, let's get into it. Hey guys, so I'm guessing you already finished me reading the whole video, and I incredibly apologize for me messing up and stuff. It's just one, I had my brackets on, but I took them off because not on, because one, my throat was dry and I could literally not either one, understand myself, two, it was really hard to pronounce things and even say in general. You see, like the first clip, my juice was full. Look at it now, it's empty. I gotta refill it. It's like that much left. That's not too much. See, now it's mostly empty. Anyway. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. Like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more amazing videos, guys. Make sure you tell me if you chose to stay with Sarah, or you chose to trust the boy, or you chose to trust no one, which is duh. I chose not to trust anyone because that's just... Either my choice would be trusting the boy or just trusting no one. But I feel like safest option is just trusting nobody, because that's just common sense in general. Sometimes you just can't trust anyone. You got to just trust yourself. You know, that's just sometimes how life be, and then, you know, that's just how it is. But yeah, let me know which one you chose. I chose don't trust anybody because but yeah, that's what I chose. Let me know what you guys chose in the comments, and if you guys have any suggestions for any readings, please let me know. I will try to find a Jason love story, but I haven't really been seeing a lot, because I remember last time I looked it up, something about that, there wasn't really a lot of stories. But if there's like one shot about it, I'll read that and I'll add it to the yandere if it is any relationship with the yandere. I'll try and make sure. If it's at least a little yandere, if you want it that way, or just plain Jason Jason the Toy Maker love story. I'll try my best. I promise. / no promises, but I promise. And I might or might not be wanting to read more Carnage or Venom X Reader, because it's just interesting. I promise. I found some really good stories that are completed. Also, just in case if you guys are writers and you like Venom or Carnage and you want to do a fanfic about them, I was thinking maybe you might add this. I don't know. This isn't really an OC, but this is just a random girl drawing, and she has a skin condition, and that's why she has little cow spots. I call them cow spots. They're adorable. No offense at all. This is what they look like in real life. And it might look a little bit more different than some other people, but this is what it basically looks like. If you write a story kind of like this type of person, X Venom or Carnage, and you're writing, and yeah, just let me know. Place a link. It's not like I'll totally just read through it and get inside it and just be like, yay, you know. Just an idea. I'm gonna splurt out there because I'm not a really good writer, but I am a good reader, I guess. It's from y'all. Like, there's already like 500 and some people on here, right? Which I'm all thankful for. But yeah, that's what the first thing I've drawn on this. This poor thing. This poor thing. Anyways, I have to happily get going. And 1, find a Jason the store, Jason the Toy Maker love story. See if I can find that. 2, maybe start a video. And 3, make sure that everything on this thing is in order. No, there was not no more chapters than this, but yes, there is another random yandere X male reader puppeteer, something like that. So yeah, there will be another puppeteer, but no more Jason after this. Sadly, I'm sorry, but from what I've looked so far, there's none of them there. So, yeah, anyways. Bye in peace for now, my dudes.